So, last time we discussed what is a deed and why we don't add our kids to the deed. Okay, very important question here, and there's a couple of reasons. But number one, you have to be very careful, okay, because again, imagine if something happens and one of your kids is driving and gets into a car accident. The first thing that attorney is going to do is see what do they own, and they're going to go after that. Okay, so if they see that your kid has a stake in that property, if they're named in the deed, they're going to go after that property too. Okay, so that's reason number one. Reason number two, so imagine that your kids, they're going through a divorce. Things happen, life happens. And during the divorce proceedings, they have to disclose what ownership interest they have in properties or businesses or anything like that, right? So again, they have to disclose that they own a property with you, and that might be part of the marital home, okay, the marital property in the state of Massachusetts. So what that means is that it may be part of the divorce proceedings. So you may be out of luck if they do include a portion of the property into that divorce proceeding. And then, of course, reason number three, this one is a big one and it's a hidden one. If there's a mortgage on the property, you have to be very careful to ask permission. If you are going to be adding another person into the deed, that person cannot be added without discussing or getting permission from the lender. The reason for that is everyone will be able to just buy a property and then just put anyone on the deed, right? But again, there's safety protocols and measures that they have to take in order to make sure that that person is pre-approved, that person has good credit and has good financial history. So that's why you can't just add anyone to the deed of a property, okay? And what this may trigger, if there's a mortgage, the lender may do what's called an acceleration clause. They have that in the mortgage that you signed when you bought the house. So that language is in there. So make sure to read everything and make sure that you understand that you cannot do something like that without discussing it with the lender and getting their pre-approval on it, okay? The way around this is for you to establish a trust, okay? That's why it's my favorite tool, guys. It's one of the things that I always tell people, that it's better than a will, okay, if it's done correctly. And if you continue to maintain it, if you fund it, and you make sure that you're on top of it every 3 or 5 years when your life changes, there shouldn't be an issue with your family being able to avoid probate and being able to inherit without having to, have those issues that can happen if you add them to the deed. So let's avoid that, okay? So stay tuned and we'll talk about the next topic another time. Take care.